Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Joe Sullivan. Well, Joe was the worst kept secret in Boston, in the world of baseball, and in the world of sport, and in America, and in the planet, and in the greater galaxies thereof. Bobby Valentine will be the new manager of the Boston Red Sox. So the question of the day is this a risk, and if so, how big a risk?
Well, I'll tell you what's a bigger risk. You know what's a bigger risk to me?
Go ahead.
If you hire everyone who thinks the same way. If everyone has to be in line with the same way of thinking, you need variety. You need different schools of thought and a little tension in there to get the best result. And I think Bobby Valentine gives them that.
If you're looking for tension and buzz, they have got the right guy, if that's the goal. Now, I think that the circumstances of September 2011 were so disastrous, and that something radical had to happen. They couldn't just bring in a nice, smooth, facilitating kind of guy. You're going to bring in somebody here that is the polar opposite personality of the guy you had, which reminds me, Joe, you lived through it, 1970s, George Steinbrenner with Martin and Lemon. Cool, hot, cool, yes. And it worked. It can only go so far with it, but they only have to do this once here. Yeah. This isn't George Steinbrenner pulling these strings.
Right, yes.
In that sense alone, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, and I think he has the strong personality to restore order in the clubhouse. Who's in charge of the team? He's in charge of the team. Though
we know that they're saying that the last days of the Mets in 2002 were like the last days of Saigon. He wasn't. He has to be accountable for that. Now, I have a question I have for you. Do you think that at age 62 he can not totally alter, but moderately reinvent himself to accommodate himself to the new circumstance?
Well, I think, age is just a number, Bob.
Oh, didn't mean to assault you there.
Look, he is not someone who thinks about baseball as it was in the 1950s. He's a cutting-edge guy. He accepts the new concepts. Just because he's 62 doesn't mean he can't think yet.
Well, the point is the personality, not just the concepts. We know that back in 1985 when he was with the Rangers, that Craig Wright, who was very much a Bill James guy, type of guy, introduced sabermetrics to the Rangers, and he did not reject it at all. We know that part. We're talking about the whole personality thing, the way he went about things. Will he need to temper that personality to some degree, or do we just take Bobby Valentine 100% as he was?
Let's take him 100% as he was.
All right, I think he's got to go. I want 87% of what he was, okay? I don't want the same thing. But I have personal faith, and boy, may I be held accountable for this, and will be naive if he fails me, that he can adjust to the circumstance. Anyway, 2 for 2 here. Good hire.